Laser Tech Tuesdays at 2. I'm Jay Cottrell, the Marcom Manager for LTI. Every Tuesday around 2 p.m. Mountain Time, we discuss solutions of traffic safety or professional measurements. And we'll be live for about 15 minutes, which is just enough time for you to take a break from your day. So if you have coffee or your tea or whatever your beverage of choice is, join us. If you're watching live, you can post a comment below and let us know what's on your mind. If you're joining us on YouTube and watching a replay, we'd love to hear from you, and you can reach us at info@lasertech.com. I've recently been learning there's a lot of planning and engineering that goes into designing roads for forestry. So today we're going to be talking with Erin Wasney from Softree. And Softree is a software company that is focused on tackling complex engineering problems. So Erin, thanks for joining me today.
Hi, Jay.
And you tell me it's a fairly nice but cold day in Vancouver today, right?
Yep. Yeah, sun shining, but us wimpy West Coasters find it a little bit cold. Yeah, 0 degrees Celsius, which I think is 30-ish Fahrenheit.
Right.
Too cold.
So, would you mind introducing yourself, your full name and your title, and how long you've been with Softree?
Sure. So my name's Erin Wasney. I am the Business Development Manager here at Softree. I've been with the company just over 5 years, and honestly, business development kind of has a whole bunch of meanings, but yeah, sales and marketing kind of leading that group.
So I did introduce Softree just a little bit. Can you tell us more about how the company got started and what types of projects you take on?
Well, Softree is a civil engineering software firm. We create easy-to-use, road and site design software. Our main product is called RoadEng. The software itself actually has been around for about 30 years. It got started up here in British Columbia, Canada, where there was a need to help engineer roads for steeper terrain, and really working with a whole bunch of forestry companies. They came together, they created the software, and it has been kind of on an evolution for the last 30 years where we've expanded out into other civil markets. We now do pipeline design, railroad design, site design, work with a lot of county and local governments as well. At the core of our company, though, is really, one singular mantra, which is to engineer an easier way. So we focus on simplifying, especially in our industry, which is getting increasingly complicated. If you look at other softwares that you can purchase on the market that do civil engineering design, you basically have to go to school for a year to just even learn how to use them. So instead, we focus on, engineering an easier way, being simpler, and making sure that learning the software is not a hurdle for users in order to be able to use it. I feel like I have so much more to say. I could go on for too long.
You could go on.
We have 15 minutes, so let's talk about the fun stuff with Laser Tech.
Okay, so we have an upcoming webinar. And obviously we're going to talk about how you can use our TruePulse with RoadEng. Can you give us a little more information on that?
Cool, yes. We have a webinar. It's happening this Thursday. A bunch of the team from Laser Tech, as well as myself and one of our applications engineers from Softree are going to be co-presenting. We are going to be tackling field traversing using the Laser Tech rangefinder as a means of generating your topo survey data. So for those of you who know road design, you do need a topo surface in order to be able to do a road design on it, in particular a geometric road design, and the TruePulse rangefinder coupled with RoadEng on a Windows 10 tablet or a Windows 10 laptop is actually a really quick and efficient means of generating that topo service. So we're going to kind of look at that process, what it is, and how to do it.
So if you didn't have a TruePulse, how would you be doing this work?
Well, there's truthfully a lot of different ways you can get topo data. Some companies choose to apply LiDAR. It's very expensive. You could collect that same topo surface using a total station. You could get out there with a compass and a Clino and literally pull chain. Tons of different methods. Some people also do GPS surveys.
Yeah. So how does the TruePulse help save time or make you more efficient?
So go kind of just back a step to that list I just gave you. So if we talk about versus LiDAR, which I'm going to also shamelessly plug LiDAR here because we love LiDAR, especially when you're talking about route location, and then you can start to get into the optimization side of things and automate that process. Um, it's really expensive, and it actually, the whole process of acquiring LiDAR can also be quite time consuming. So using the TruePulse as compared with LiDAR, it is, I'd say faster and cheaper. And the same could be said for working with total station data. So it's a faster method versus getting out there with a total station, and it's also cheaper. The equipment cost is much, much lower than getting a robotic total station. Compared to the manual methods, so if we're talking like compass and Clino or pulling chain, faster again. And then it's also just a much more accurate way of collecting survey data. So it reduces the user data entry that often happens when you are collecting those traditional type surveys.
It's good to eliminate user error when you can. That way you have better and more accurate surveys. So one more question about the for the webinar. How would people register for this if they would like to attend?
Yeah, so webinars are free. I should say that first. And it is this Thursday, so you'd have to do this relatively soon. To register, all you need to do is go up to softree.com. So that's SOFTREE, so Softree, but one T, .com/webinars. There's a link to register there. Yeah, simply fill out your name, email address, and you get sent access details. You can also watch the webinar into the future on our YouTube channel. And I think we post those typically like a day after we air them live.
Wonderful. So back to RoadEng and TruePulse. Do you encounter any commonly asked questions?
Honestly, we don't hear that many questions with regards to the TruePulse. Common ones, maybe, like how do I pair it with the Bluetooth? To which we do have a support article on it, or we point them in your direction.
Right.
Other people ask about georeferencing the survey, which usually if you use some type of additional GPS, you can get your initial coordinates. And then in RoadEng, because georeferenced data gives you a whole bunch of other options with it. So if you could take your TruePulse survey, georeference it, then you can bring in background imagery, whether that's from Google Earth or Bing Maps or MapTiler. You can also export it to another program called Avenza, which is a mobile app that you can look at georeferenced PDFs on. That can be really useful for looking at your road design and your layout in that PDF format out in the field as well.
There's a lot of tools out there that's available now. It's amazing.
Oh, technology is so cool.
It is. Do you have a favorite LaserTech product? And I know you kind of giggled at this question.
I did. Well, obviously it's going to have to be the 360R because it's the one that truthfully works the best with RoadEng. It has that built-in compass, allows you to calculate your azimuth and get a really accurate survey right in the field.
Right. So I like to wrap up my interviews with a more human interest kind of question. So I know I'm putting you on the spot. What is the best advice you've ever heard?
Best advice I've ever heard? Yeah. I don't know. Best advice I've ever heard. I don't know if I've probably heard this. But yeah, it's just focusing on the positive. And it kind of, even just a moment ago, we were talking about in our pre-interview chat about the things that the pandemic has done, and it's like I always try to find the positives in everything. And I firmly believe it. If you focus on the positive things everywhere around you, you become more positive. So I'm sure someone told me that, and it's just imprinted on me. But I certainly believe it.
I agree. I think that you get what you look for. So if you're looking for positive things, you're going to find it a lot more than if you're looking for the negative or the woe is me stuff. So yeah, I'm on board with that. Well, Erin, we're wrapping up our time. It's such a short time.
It's very quick. I feel like I missed my opportunity to shamelessly plug RoadEng.
Well, you get another chance on Thursday. Thanks for taking the time to join me live. If people wanted to get in touch with Softree, where can they find you on the internet, or how can they get in touch?
Yeah, best means of chatting with us is just go up to softree.com, and we've got web chat, we've got lots of different options, forums, trials, demos, you name it. We also have a pretty prolific YouTube channel, so feel free to check out the hundreds of videos that we've got up there and how we tackle road design and do it in an easier way.
Right. And one feature I'm thinking, one feature that you have in your webinars is that you actually go out and show people how it works.
Yes. Yeah, our webinars are pretty much, they're not salesy. They're actually just about workflows and helping users, and it's crazy. I think we did a survey a while back and found that 90% of our user base has never had formal training and can exist actually from just watching webinars and doing tutorials, which is pretty rad when you're in an industry of software that takes a year to learn. So
that's especially since it's such a highly technical industry. For people to be able to do that, it speaks to the intuitiveness of your software and the workflow that you have, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah. Well, we're looking forward to adding TruePulse and that workflow of how to work with the laser rangefinder into our video arsenal as well.
Awesome. I would like to thank everyone else who has joined us live today. If you would like to be alerted about upcoming Tuesday at 2 events, click the like button and follow LaserTech's page. And if you're watching a replay on YouTube, you can click subscribe, so you subscribe to our channel, and also the notification bell so that you can get alerted to new videos. And next week, looking ahead, we will be talking with Sergeant Persefield. So until then, everyone, keep measuring and build safer